5 concepts in 5 minutes. The most important things in the age of AI. My name is Alex, and in the next few minutes I will explain to you what AI agents, prompt engineering, fine-tuning, reinforcement learning and the EU AI Act are and what you have to know about them. Stay tuned. Number 1. Agents. You've chatted with ChatGPT. You ask a question, you get an answer. Helpful, right? But it wouldn't order you a pizza when you are hungry, because it just can't. But imagine if it could. If it could plan the steps, find out where you live, where the closest pizzerias are, which toppings to order, and deliver it to you when it's hot and cheesy just when you need it. That's what AI agents are. These are AIs which are capable of interacting with the environment and making decisions by themselves. They can decide how to achieve the goals that you give them, and they are very goal-oriented. Unlike ChatGPT, which is very reactive, AI agents can plan and interact with tools, send emails, and do other things all by themselves based on the previous data and the previous steps that they already did. They can actively go with the flow and find out exactly what to do to get the pizza to you. In fact, AI agents make my stomach juices flow just as well. And just like a new hire, employees need to be trained, and AI agents also need to be trained. And you do that by teaching the AI agent how to use the tools and the software that you use with something like the MCP protocol, and you give it instructions how exactly to do its work with prompt engineering. Concept number 2, prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is like crafting a magic spell that will dig out from the depths of the large language model the answers that you're looking for. And because large language models are statistical machines that operate on relationships between words, the words that you use and how you use them can influence a lot the quality of the answers that you get. And you can use some scientifically proven techniques to improve the answers that you get from large language models. For example, you could use few-shot prompting, which means you give an LLM a couple of examples of how you want the answer to look. Or you could use chain of thought. This is basically asking the LLM to think and reason step by step. Or you can go a step farther and ask it to do a self-consistency prompting, which is asking the LLM to solve the same problem in 10 different ways and choosing the most common answer. For example, calculate this in 10 ways, and if 8 of those 10 result in the same number, that's most likely the correct one. Or a different technique, automatic prompt engineering or a meta prompting. Why not ask one LLM to build a bigger and more detailed prompt out of your shorter one, and then use the bigger and detailed one to get the answers that you want. The vast majority of techniques can increase significantly the quality of the outputs you get, but for some of the scenarios, you will need fine-tuning. Concept number 3, fine-tuning. Fine-tuning is the idea of teaching an old dog new tricks. Take an existing large language model and make it better in solving some specific tasks, always responding in a style that you like, or learning new words and jargon. The way it works is that we take an existing large language model, just a few hundred examples of customer support transcripts that we have, or previous posts that we have written, or legal documents that we've produced. And we teach the large language model to produce content similar to that. Now, if prompt engineering is something like giving new instructions, fine-tuning is giving a totally new education. When to fine-tune a model? I'm happy that you asked. In a few scenarios, it would be very beneficial. When you have repetitive instructions, then you can save on tokens on millions of queries. or when you want to optimize the speed a little bit and improve the latency, or when you need a consistent output structure, or when you just need the model to learn new jargon like time to market or CI/CD. And what people get wrong, you don't need millions for this. You just need a couple of hundred of examples, and in under $100 you will be able to fine-tune a model. Because in reality, it's just like putting a new camera lens on your old camera. You just will see the world in a new format. Number 4, reinforcement learning. We used to teach AI to recognize dog images by providing it million images of a dog with labels. And when it would try to guess, we would give it a thumbs up and a thumbs down to say, yes, you guessed correct. This is labeled training. But reinforcement learning is the new concept where AI can teach itself. Does it mean it still need humans? In reinforcement learning, AI tries to do something, and then a different system, or maybe a different AI, or maybe just some environment can tell the AI whether it was correct or not. That's how we use reinforcement learning to teach AI to program. It tries to write some code and the computer tells it, that's great, that's a computer code, or no, it's mumbo jumbo, it will never compile. That's also how AI learns to drive cars autonomously or walk like a robot. Think computer games, autonomous driving cars, robotics, or even programming. Couple millions of iterations and AI gets immediate feedback of what's working and what's not. Just like that, from playing Go against itself, AI was able to beat the best Go player in the world. Number 5, European AI Act. This is the first regulation of its kind that comes to protect us, normal citizens, from the potential harm by AI. And no, we are not talking about AI going rogue and terminators coming from the future to hunt us down. We are talking about corporations and companies using AI that could potentially cause some problems. The gist is, if you use an AI that can only harm your company and you want to shoot yourself in the leg, do it. But if there is a chance that it will harm somebody else, like customers or normal people, some regulations apply. The European Union divides AI systems into 4 categories of risk: minimal risk, limited risk, high risk, and unacceptable. In minimal risk, something like a spam filter. When it goes wrong, not very nice. Medium risk systems require the companies to inform the customers, hey, you are talking to an AI. High-risk systems are systems of AIs that are used in special situations like healthcare or law enforcement. And unacceptable risks are AI systems which are completely forbidden, which is systems like social scoring and everything else you might have seen on Black Mirror. This video is sponsored by Open Research, and if you would like to work with us on developing your products, integrate AI, make custom agents, and automate your business using artificial intelligence, please get in touch using the contacts on the screen.